All right, guys, this particular workout is no equipment. And I mean no equipment. There are other videos out there where they say no equipment and then they're like, oh, just grab a chair. Everyone's got a chair. Just no equipment, nothing. Just you, gravity pushing you on the floor. That's it. So grab some space, get ready. Let's go do this glute, booty, butt workout. Here we go. You gotta have strong glutes, whatever your goal is. It doesn't matter. If you're a human being, you have to have strong glutes. And unfortunately, because we sit around all the time, sitting on our butts all day long, we have to focus more on the glutes. And it's not enough to just go through the motions of an exercise that's supposed to train the glutes. You have to mentally focus to activate the glutes. I can go through a hip movement where my glutes should be working and they cannot be working. You have to consciously connect, which is why before you start this workout with me, please go watch the glute activation video. Link is in the description below. Watch the activation video, activate your glutes before you train them, and then come back to this video and I'll take you through this workout. Okay, we're breaking this up into 3 groups of exercises. The first group are going to be standing exercises. Second group are going to be exercises on the floor, and then the third group are going to be standing again. So we're going to move from standing to the floor, back to standing. First set of standing exercises, we're going to start with regular squats, but we're going to modify it a little bit. We're going to go down, we're going to squeeze the glutes before we come back up, before there's movement. Squeeze those glutes, drive the hips in. When you reach the top, keep going up, rise up onto your toes, squeeze your glutes even harder. And then as you roll back onto the balls of your feet, you continue down into that next rep. So you just roll right into each rep. Next exercise are going to be lunge kickbacks. You go into a back lunge, but on the way up, you straighten the back leg and kick it up. Next exercise is going to be a curtsy lunge. Start with your feet together, take one leg behind the other and shoot sway out to the side. You want to keep your body weight over the front leg. Keep that weight focused here in the front. You'll feel a nice stretch here at the hip and then come up. And the last exercise in this group is going to be kneeling hip thrust. So knees are apart, feet are together, bend at the hip, squeeze your glutes, focus on just working the glutes in this movement. Really tune in, activate only those glute muscles. All right, here we go, 20 seconds, get ready. Starting with the squats to toe raise. All right, next is the lunge kickbacks. Switching legs. All right, curtsy lunge. All right, switch legs. Kneeling hip thrust. All right, guys, the next set of exercises. The first one's gonna be wide stance, glute bridge. So feet nice and wide, toes turned out, knees wide, back flat. When you come up, don't let the knees start moving toward each other. Keep those knees pressed out the whole time. So I'm pushing my hips up, squeezing my glutes, and I'm also driving my knees outward. Keep your back flat like a plank. That's your wide glute bridge. The next exercise are gonna be frog pumps. It's very similar. You put your feet together, put the outside sides of your feet on the ground like this, and you're doing the same kind of glute bridge movement. Keep that back flat, keep the knees out, stay on the sides of your feet. Then we're gonna do a one leg hip thrust. To do these, you get in your glute bridge position, keep that leg completely straight, pointed at the wall away from you, and drive up on one leg, just like this. And then we're gonna finish with a side plank clamshell. So get in a good side plank position, knees bent at a 90-degree angle. Keep your feet together, drive one knee up and one knee down, and it looks like this. Here we go. All right, let's go. Starting with the wide glute bridge. All right, next are the frog pumps. Feet together on the outsides of your feet. Here we go, 20 seconds. All right, next is the single leg bridge, hip thrust. One leg straight. Switch legs. Okay, and the final one. Switch sides. All right, guys, next exercise is gonna be donkey kicks. We're gonna alternate between a regular donkey kick and a sideways donkey kick. Then we're gonna do a kickstand hip thrust. So you start with your feet together, knees shoulder width apart. You're gonna take one leg, throw it out like a kickstand. And then we're just bending at the hip. Hip bends backward, and then we drive those hips forward. Back, forward. Next one is gonna be a lateral lunge walk. So you get down into a squat position, and then you're gonna actually go into a lateral lunge. That means my left leg is going to step out, my right leg goes straight, as if I were doing a regular standing lateral lunge, right? And then I bring that leg back in. Finally, last one is gonna be the turnout squat. You go into a squat, and then one leg turns out, wraps around, go into the next squat, back up, turn out. And I never come all the way back up. I'm staying low. I go down all the way to the bottom, but I only ever come up about halfway or 2/3 of the way up. As long as you're not locking your knees out and coming all the way up and letting these muscles relax while you stand on your bones, you're fine. All right guys, here we go. Starting with the donkey kicks, 20 seconds on one leg, and then 20 seconds on the other, and then we'll switch. All right, go. Okay, switch legs. Okay, in the kickstand, hip thrust. Feet together. One leg goes in the kickstand, bend at the hip. Switch legs. All right, then lateral lunge, walk. Lunge. And the turnout squat. All right, that's all from me. Remember, at the very end of this video are all the exercises put together without me talking and explaining the exercises in between the sets. Come back to the video and just blast through this workout. Remember to subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be coming out with future videos and another glute training video that only uses one mini band. All right, here we go. 20 seconds, get ready. Starting with the squats to toe raise. All right, next is the lunge kickbacks. Switching legs. All right, curtsy lunge. All right, switch legs. Kneeling hip thrust. All right, let's go. Starting with the wide glute bridge. All right, next are the frog pumps. Feet together on the outsides of your feet. Here we go, 20 seconds. All right, next is the single leg bridge, hip thrust. One leg straight. Switch legs. Okay, and the final one. Switch sides. All right, guys, here we go. Starting with the donkey kicks, 20 seconds on one leg, and then 20 seconds on the other, and then we'll switch. All right, go. Okay, switch legs. Okay, in the kickstand hip thrust. Feet together. One leg goes in the kickstand, bend at the hip. Switch legs. All right, then lateral lunge, walk. Lunge. And the turnout squat.